I just looked through the names, and guess what I saw? Ren Momokori. The goat. Now come to think about the person that have caused Tinubu a drug law, he has went to US to get the documents and everything. And now he's not someone that they have appointed as an ambassador of Nigeria. Like a representative of Nigeria. He's going to be a president of Nigeria in another country. A disgraced nation indeed. Then there's Fanny Kayode, another one. In the list is a joke, but come on, what do you expect? It's APC for you. What else? They have never done anything right. Never. 3 years ago, never got anything right. It's appointment of the best criminal, the most criminal mind, the most corny person, the most trickish person, the most stupid people, the most senseless people. I think if you are reasonable and you have brain and you have sense, you have class, if the government appoints you, you should reject. Because no senseless person can be sharing this kind of government of low-life people. I don't want to even use criminal because you're the criminal, but you have class or high standard. We're talking about low-life. People that are blackmailers, I don't even know how to describe them. But come on, it's a disgrace. We're going to have ambassadors of Nigeria as this list of corrupt officials. More than half of these people here have EFCC case here and there. But come on, what do you expect? This is what we get for not standing for our rights, for not editing well, for not insisting the right thing to be done. Editing.
All right. Best of the same feather, they say, flocks together. You cannot have a president of a questionable character, of a questionable credential, of everything around him being questionable. You cannot have such a man as a leader or as a president or as a father, and he will be going for the best to build his team. You get the point now. We are aware that Tinubu has never been known to work with those that have clean record and clean hands. You get the point now. Now let's dwell on this his list of ambassadors that he has just sent to the Senate. It is news. It is on the news that Tinubu has sent 32 names to the Senate for approval for ambassadorial positions. The people that make this list should tell you about the future or the hope you can possibly have from the government and leadership of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now look at what the news says above. It says breaking. Tinubu nominate. Listen, Tinubu nominate ex-INEC chairman Fanny Kayode Omokri and 29 others as ambassadors. INEC chairman Professor Yakubu Mahmood, who majority of Nigerians as of today believe that the body should still be dangling on the stick for the crime he committed against the entire nation of Nigeria that have brought us to where we are today. He has been rewarded by being an ambassador. Fanny Kayode FFK, you know him, don't you? He's not a new man now. The man that can say like this in the morning and in the afternoon he's talking here, by evening he's saying up, and by night he's denying all of what he has said before. Very reputable man of questionable character. Now, Reno Omokri, nobody doesn't know this name for nuisance. When the name Reno is being mentioned, you know what he's talking about. So imagine a list that Reno, Yakubu Mahmood, and Fanny Kayode made. That should tell you about the rest. They are 32 in number. I think I heard somebody telling me that he will not be surprised if there are repentant Boko Haram in that list. There is somebody who said there is a terrorist sympathizer in the list. Because I just look at this and I was like, hey, Niger, how did we get here? In the midst of intelligent and smart Nigerians, somebody like Bola Ahmed Tinubu find his way to power and is now appointing the worst among us for a positions. Now Donald Trump need to say more. When he referred to Nigeria as a disgraced nation, he was being too generous. He was being too soft. We are actually worse than just being a disgraced nation. You are handpicking the worst. People with dirty characters, questioning. Imagine Reno that have so far exposed himself to be an to be a non-entity, to be a liar, to be a double-faced man, to be a man who goes the direction of his stomach. Look at INEC chairman. Just take a look at the list. That should tell you where Nigeria is heading. And in 2027, those that think they have sense should fold their arms and watch this nonsense continue. You see these people in power, they don't share from your problem. Rather, they are your problem. They are living well on you. You are the one suffering. You get the point now. So if you like, clap for them and tell them to ride on. We are the one bearing the brunt. These are the people that will make do with your tax from January next year. That tax you are expected to pay from through your noses. These are the people that will flex it. These are the people that will be enjoying it. That will be using it to take care of their family and live that their luxurious life. Isn't it a shame to know that the only thing that qualifies you to be loyal, to be under Tinubu, the only thing that qualifies one to serve under Tinubu, to get Tinubu's favor, is an act of criminality, being dirty-minded, being of a questionable character? How does this sound to you, ordinary Nigerian, still supporting this calamity? How does this sound to you? How does this make you feel? In a country where we have hundreds of millions of intellectuals, you are picking, should I call them animals or semi-animals, to lead an ambassador? You know what an ambassador is, Abi? You'll be representing Nigeria outside Nigeria. No matter the level, but that's what it is. And Rendo Omokri will be speaking on behalf of Nigeria somewhere. Hey, we are finished though. We don't enter Gbege.
Mr. President don't nominate 3 nominees for to be ambassador to UK, America, and France. 3 beautiful countries. UK, America, and France. Out of these 3 nominees, 2 Yoruba, 1 Hausa, 2 Yoruba, 1 Hausa, and we say we are Wazobia, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. Mr. President, you want Igbo votes, but your action is showing you don't send them. And you still have some Igbos that are serving you. Oh, Jesus, Okalu. Oh, yeah, come and defend this one. 3 juicy countries. So are you saying Igbo man is not qualified to be ambassador? Where is federal character? If you are done 1 Hausa, 1 Igbo, 1 Yoruba, we will say, okay, it's fair. Even your nomination is not fair. You said you believe in one Nigeria, but your actions are saying you believe in 2 people, in 2 tribes. You know good. And Mr. President, you love to hold on to power for so long. That's why you've held on to Lagos for so long. For so long, you put your finger in Lagos. Even when they remove the speaker, you return the speaker. Nigeria too, I'm sure you are thinking, yeah, I must hold on to Nigeria forever. Mr. President, nothing lasts forever. It's a matter of time. Nigerians will take their country back. You are not running democracy. You are running oligarchy. That's what you are running. Government of few, by few, for few. I'm sure they are cooking now, waiting for them from National Assembly to come and eat. Look at that, Pabi. He said our mama don't call us, but we call it. So you have collapsed 3 arms of government to 1. And the only one we have now is on your mandate. Nothing lasts forever.
Those of you who still don't read this game, who still don't see the big picture, who still think this is about Yoruba and Igbo, this is about party politics. I hate APC. Tinubu was a drug baron. Tinubu this and Tinubu that. I'm here to spell it out clearly for you. Your survival, your liberation, your freedom as a Southern Nigerian is tied to this man. Because Tinubu has gone so far already in his 2 years that there is no going back right now. If anything happens by chance and this man's government is toppled through a coup, through elections, whatever, using insecurity to destabilize the country, whatever it is that causes this man to not complete his time as president, the southern part of this country can wave bye-bye to their freedom. Because he sat outside the corridors of power. He strategized, God knows for how many years. But I am so lucky, I am so happy to be witnessing this masterclass from Bola Tinubu. He has a plan. And that plan is to liberate southern Nigeria. Whether you want to believe it or not, that is the plan. During the campaign, the Fulanis were happy. Oh, Muslim ticket. It is time to Islamize Nigeria and there's nothing you can do about it. But I tell people, Tinubu is not even a serious Muslim. Let me tell you people now. He is not even a serious Muslim. He is more loyal to his roots than his religion. And that is how every sensible human being should be. And when he came in, what was his strategy? The first thing, unify the South. It doesn't matter what you people at the bottom are doing, quarreling about Igbo, Yoruba, and all of these things that you talk about. Minute things. I call it minute because it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. You fight yourselves over irrelevant things. But he came, he said, the people in power, unite them under one umbrella. These are the people I'm going to need. These other people, we're going to need them later, but not now. And you know how party politics works in Nigeria. Once a governor moves to a party, everybody follows him. House of Reps members, House of Assembly members, everybody follows him. That is how they move. And everybody started moving to the APC. People were quarreling with one party system, one party state. The Fulanis, because whenever I say not, just know it's the Fulanis. The Fulanis have played dirty for years. And finally, we also have someone who can play dirty. So having the backing of 17 states plus the FCT is crucial. Because the reforms, the structural changes that we have to do, we know the people who are going to kick against them. They're not. They say they have 19 states. So that difference in numbers is what has been used to decide fates in this country. It's what has been used to make political, declarations, to make political judgments. And when it comes down to the South, even after the North is united in their own stands, because they're always united somehow, even when they are the ones dying, and they're always united. You come to the South and everybody is quarreling. This one say I'm PDP, this one say I'm APC, this one say I'm this one say I'm that. Tinubu said, enough of that. Even the people who are still not in APC don't mind the fact that they're not in APC. They understand exactly what is going on too. They are all unified under one umbrella. And when Tinubu has successfully unified 17 southern states, the North still has the advantage. But there is a joker. And that joker is the Middle Belt. And when Tinubu is done, when Tinubu gets the middle, we are going to get the Middle Belt. There is nothing the Fulanis can do about this. Tinubu is a master player. He knows this game more than you people. No matter what you want to do, you are not going to succeed. Because you have been killing the Middle Belt. You only know them during elections. You have been killing them. So once they get another option, a stronger force, a unified force, of course they are going to go down there. Of course they are going to want to, secure their own lives. So once we get that, then you will see reforms in this country. You will see reforms in this country. We are going to restructure this country. There is nothing that we want to do in this country that we are not going to be able to do once we annex the Middle Belt politically. It's coming. Just watch and see. I know they are regretting. Every day they wake up from their sleep, they are regretting. Why did we support this man? But he deceived them with the Muslim ticket. Just because he's a fearless man also, his fearlessness led him to choose that ticket because that was his best chance to win. And the Fulanis were, oh yes, Muslim ticket. But that was a decoy. Today they are regretting. All of them packed themselves to ADC. I pity any Southerner who is in that ADC thinking there's something there for him. That is a Fulani extension. There is nothing there for you. You better leave. And even if 1 million of you gather, you cannot defeat this man. Not because he's going to wriggle, but even if he does, it's not really my business. But before 2027, majority of the South, their eyes will be open and they will see what this president is trying to do. And there are so many reasonable people. So people are going to turn. And when the South unifies, it's over for you people. Because you keep talking about population. You have numbers. And so do we. It's just that people here are not interested. But if you allow them to see that this is where our interest lies, I know there are so many reasonable people who are going to turn. So what number are you talking about? How many people even vote in election in Nigeria? Last time was 25 million. So are there no more than 25 million people in the South? So just go to bed. The country is out of your hands.
To come up with the usual people. It's not like he went deep, introspecting, researching, and trying to bring out the best of the best. He brought out the same people that have always been around. Ogene. Okay. 32 of them. By tomorrow, I'll do an in-depth analysis of all the persons, or at least most of the persons. I'll check through and do an in-depth analysis. I just want to bring you up to speed that we are now about to have new ambassadors. But how come we've been running a government without ambassadors? That is why our embassies in foreign countries here are nothing to write home about. Because there's no head, there's no leadership. And it took us close to 3 years to come up with these names. May God help that Nigeria.
Now, a lot of people expected a fresh set of faces, new energy, and people who aren't already closely tied to his political cycle as usual. However, what we've seen is a list largely populated by familiar names, many of whom have been staunch allies and supporters of Tinubu. We all know somebody like Reno Mokri, who is known as a public commentator, and we all know the role he has been playing, because during Buhari's regime, he was strictly against Buhari. He was attacking Buhari and other people. Then all of a sudden, somebody like that is making it to the list of ambassadorial list. So a lot of Nigerians they're just like, oh wow. So this man has a target. Then the presence of individuals like Mahmoud Yakubu on such a list, if accurate, would also raise questions. If the aim is to present a new image and invigorate Nigeria's international relations, relying on individuals that have been deeply entrenched in previous administrations or that are seen as direct extensions of the ruling party might not achieve that goal. It gives the impression of recycling familiar faces rather than scouting for fresh talent and independent voices that could offer new approaches. So the argument against this approach is straightforward. Nigeria has a vast pool of talented, intelligent, and also internationally experienced individuals that are not overtly political. So appointing people solely based on their loyalty or past support misses an opportunity to leverage a broader spectrum of expertise and appeal. And this suggests a focus on consolidating power and rewarding allies, rather than genuinely seeking the best possible representation for the country on the global stage. So an ambassadorial list should ideally reflect the diversity and aspirations of an entire nation, not just a political faction. So when the list is dominated by those already within the political inner cycle, it can send a message that competence is secondary to connection. It can also lead to a perception of a closed system where opportunities are primarily for those already on the inside. And to truly make an impact and foster strong international relationships, what we need and the people that we need as ambassadors are people that are seen as independent, capable, and representative of the nation's best, not people that are just Tinubu's allies. That's a very bad one. Well, let me know what you think in the comment section. And if this is the first time joining my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
If there is one thing that is very clear, is that Nigerian government is aware that Nigerians are very docile. See, whatever they do, say will not go. We can only talk for a few days, and after which we let it go. Because tell me what gave the federal government of Nigeria, led by President Tinubu, the audacity to appoint Mahmoud Yakubu, the immediate past INEC chairman, who was adjudged as one of the most inefficient, one of the most ineffective and lack of direction INEC chairman, being appointed as ambassador. Is this not a compensation to an incompetent man? A compensation because the elections that the guy conducted, all the while he was there, they were all adjudged as failed elections. Now you are appointing him as ambassador. The point is this. Do you actually think, even in your own conscience, if you are a Tinubu supporter, do you think this is even right in the first place? Is this not a way of compensating an INEC chairman who did, in quote, the bidding of you guys? Because I've never seen a situation where an INEC chairman who just left the office, who supervised your election, who conducted the election that brought you to power, being appointed by the same government, where he was the one that supervised the election. It's very strange, honestly. But guess what? This is Nigeria. We take anything that comes. After talking for 3 weeks, everybody keeps silent.